Okay, let's see. Microphone, are you working? Hello? I'm not sure if my microphone's working. What's this mean? That's cool. I can share stuff. Let's see. Let me know if you are here. Hey, Preston, how are you doing today? Got a couple people showing up. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm not really sure if my microphone is working. Can y'all hear this? All right, good deal. Good deal. So, got a couple people in here. We're going to go ahead and get started. Don't know how long this is going to be. First live stream or whatever you want to call this, I've really ever done. I've done a couple in the past, just playing around with it. Well, quite a long time ago when I had like 50 subscribers. And mentioning that, thank you guys for helping me get up to the 1,500 mark. As we continue to grow here, we will continue to teach you guys how to catch more fish and maybe even do some more entertaining videos when the weather gets better. So the weather, well, in Texas has been rather weird here lately, has set back several of our, I guess, fishing seasons. We had up here in the panhandle, Texas, we had some minus 10, 11 degree weather for a couple days. And I actually went to the lake last week and the thing was frozen solid. So I never actually got to go fishing. All right, Preston, you're saying it's crazy there in Louisiana. I heard I actually have a guy that I work with. He's from Louisiana. He was telling me about the snow in the area that he was in. It was kind of definitely unusual to have snow in Louisiana. But anyways, the lake was frozen. I was actually not expecting it to be frozen solid like that. So I went and parked the boat up at the ramp and went down to the ramp and started looking at it and see like actually how thick is this? Like, oh, come on, is this like a little sheet of ice, or are we talking like something thick? So I took some rocks. I wasn't, excuse me, I definitely wasn't brave enough to actually go out and walk on it. But I threw some pretty big rocks. I don't know, yay big, and they didn't go through. I threw them about as far as I could and high as I could, and they didn't break through. So I was like, well. This fishing trip's kind of done. I'll post a picture on my community tab later. There was a small area, probably about the size of a house, in the middle of the lake that wasn't frozen. So I was really, really disappointed. I hadn't been able to go fishing in over a month due to some personal reasons and the weather and all that good stuff. It just February never even made it out on a lake. I usually get to go once, maybe twice a week. So, or at least I try to make the time do. Sometimes it doesn't work out so well, but February was a tough one, especially on the weather side. I was actually planning on, I'm going to talk to you guys about a few of the baits that I just recently bought. I was actually going to do a challenge video about those, but Anyways, I wanted to spend some time about talking about the fishing conditions in your areas. So I see Preston's on the line here. Tell me kind of what are the fishing conditions like in Louisiana when you get a moment, and I'll go ahead and start talking about this Guggen Squad revolver that just came out here short time ago. I hadn't even got this thing out of the package yet. I didn't bring my pocket knife either. I just have to cut through it. Oh. Okay, so Guggen Squad revolver. I'm going to go ahead and show you the package after I kind of mangled it. This is the bone color. Far as I know, they've only offered one size in this guy, and it's pretty big compared to what I normally fish with. Okay, that didn't work out so well. We'll put it over here. So, unique bait. Can't wait to fish with it this spring, but this is the bone color. Got some orange here. I guess that's supposed to be, let's see if I can get a better view of it. There you go. Got some orange here. It's got the plopper in the middle. That's actually extremely smooth. I guess you guys can see that. And what else we got here going on? We got the no pocket knife situation, and I don't have one laying around. I left it over there in my key bowl. Dang it. Oh well. Not that it really matters. But I was reading about this, and a unique feature about the, what is it called again? Revolver is that it's got this flat paddle in the back. And one of the complaints I had about the whopper ploppers is that they would just roll over sometimes. Now, sometimes they had a good reason to roll over, and that's because they were all hung up with the hooks, and of course they're going to roll over then. But sometimes when you got when you started reeling in too fast, the thing will just start plopping over every now and then and twisting your line. So I'm glad someone's kind of come up with a solution to that. Hopefully it actually works. I haven't fished with this guy yet, obviously, because I just ripped it out of the package here. But this is good time to talk about that. I just wanted to bring that up. I didn't really have too many subjects about the current fishing conditions. When I planned this, I was hoping to be out on the water earlier this week, but I never really got there officially. Did someone call me? I got some kind of phone call. Missed call. That's all right. Hold on one second, guys. I don't know. Ever since I got sick back in November, I hadn't been able to shake a cough. But anyways, moving along here. Wanted to talk about some of the easiest fishing conditions that I've ever fished. Now, obviously, the springtime is a really, really great time to fish. And fish are typically a lot more aggressive in the spring, mainly because the water's warming up. They're cold water fish. They're cold-blooded fish. Let's talk correctly today. They're cold-blooded fish, so obviously, as the water warms up, their metabolism speeds up, and they get really hungry, and it's the time of year that they're going to want to go feed quite a bit before they spawn. So from the time the water starts to warm up, all the way to about 55, you'll find the fish really, really aggressively feeding. So that's kind of why I bought this next bait here. Well, let's see if I get to it. Another new bait that I bought, the 10,000 fish. It's the Headhunter. I've actually started playing with this guy a little bit. I'll let you guys look at that a little closer. This color is the sweet and sour sunfish. The smaller size was sold out, so this is the larger size. This is the 4 1/3 inch, and it weighs 1 ounce. It comes fully rigged, and I'm excited to try this guy out too. If you know anything about the Headhunter, it is a Cutchco bait. It has a hook that is kind of recessed into the body a little bit. So here's the bait itself. I'll show it to you guys real quick. Got the little eyelet here. That's where the hook goes, or where the hook is. And behind this fin here is the hook. Hopefully you guys can see that. There's the hook. And inside here, let's open it up for you guys. Inside, it's got a magnet. So whenever a fish does bite and you get a lot of pressure on it, the hook pops up off the magnet. Like that. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. Making the hook set really easy. So, and then obviously you can just push it back down and the magnet takes care of business. I hadn't looked at the hinge mechanism. I want to look at the hinge mechanism if I can without tearing the bait up. No, there's actually a pretty complex thing there. There's a pretty large, I don't know how well you guys can see, but I'm just doing this so you guys can be educated about the baits before you buy them. Sometimes when you buy them online, you don't know what you're getting, which is the case that I had. Let's see. There you go. Now you get a better look at the mechanism a little bit. It's a big lead weight. There's a pin holding the hook in, and then the eyelet is also attached to the lead weight. So kind of an interesting bait. I've never fished with a swim bait like this, or one that has a lifestyle or lifelike presentation. So I'm kind of excited to see what those guys can do during the pre-spawn stage. So I'm going to put it back in its package for now. We'll put it in the old tackle box later. Okay. Looks like we got 3 people here. 3 people still here, hanging out. Y'all got any questions for me? Any techniques or anything that I like to do during this time of year? I do know I named this Fishing 365, but I think I'm going to start live streaming on a regular basis. Probably once, maybe twice once a week, maybe every 2 weeks. Don't know exactly how that's going to work quite yet, but I want to talk about the current fishing conditions and what's been working for me, and obviously talk to you guys and see what's been working for you guys in your areas, the water temps, what the fish are doing, where's your catches coming from, that kind of thing. So in light of pre-spawn fishing, we're definitely quite a bit early here in the Texas Panhandle for pre-spawn fishing. I guess because of the water temperatures and the crazy weather we've been having. But nevertheless, I'm actually going to go ahead and prepare. So this is the 3.3 inch saucy swimmers. The reason I really buy the Guggen baits here is because on Carl's Bait and Tackle, they're actually pretty cheap and affordable. My packing slip doesn't have the cost here, but usually it's about $4 for a pack, so it's pretty nice to have. These are the smaller ones, the 3.3 inch. I wasn't going to pair these up with the big swim bait heads I got here, but these are the smaller ones that I'll fish maybe mid-water column, maybe around some pre-spawn points and that kind of thing. And then I got the 3.8s back over here, if I get to them. 3.8s. Big old 3.8 inch saucy swimmer there. And I'm going to pair this guy up with his big half-ounce DMC swim bait jig head. I'm going to pair these two up. And I'm going to slow roll this guy on the bottom, see if I can get some pretty big bites over there on Lake Meredith. So I buy these guys, this color that I currently bought, no, that is not right. There's no way that's right. It says Pro Blue Red. I don't see any red in there. And both of them are the same color. But yeah, Pro Blue. Wow, if I can talk. Wow. Sorry, guys. I need to learn how to talk again. Pro Blue Red. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say. But apparently that's the color I picked out. I was just looking online, trying a different color. I usually go all white, or there's one with a greenback. I forgot the name of that one. But this one's kind of got the, let me open one up real quick. Open up the bigger one. That way you guys can see it. Whoa, everything's everywhere. Woo! Lunch sauce. It's kind of got this dark gray back. Let's see if this will focus. There you go. I don't know where the red comes in. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know where the red's at. But that's the color there. Looks really, really tasty. Just kidding. I'm not going to eat them. I may bite the end of it off or something if I need to, but that's the color I chose. Just wanted to try a little different of a color than I'm normally fishing with. I like to experiment some, see if I can learn something new, and maybe show you guys a few things out on the water at some point. So went over those, and that's all the baits that I bought recently. I have some baits over here that are going to be for some challenge videos for you guys in the future. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments of what kind of challenges you would like to see. I enjoy doing challenges because it takes me out of my comfort zone and forces me to do things that I don't normally do, such as like topwater fishing when the water temp is 34 degrees. That's something I don't normally do. So I am going to try that at some point. I bought a whole bunch of different baits, different tackle, different things from wish.com, or not Wish, the Wish app. I don't know if it's wish.com, whatever, but the Wish app. Bought a whole bunch of baits from there. And some of them I'm a little surprised. Some of them are fantastic. Some of them are not going to be so fantastic. But we're going to do challenge videos probably later this spring, but with some of the stuff to see if I actually can catch fish on some of this. So I bought I was looking on there. I was like, oh yeah, topwater frog for like $1, 2 of them. So I was like, okay, I can do that. Well, look at the size of this guy. I mean, he fits in the palm of my hand. Let's get that focus there. Yeah, that's a tiny, 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 tiny frog. So, tiny frog. I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but we're going to try our best. I bought a crankbait. I was like, oh yeah, crankbait. I wasn't really paying attention to the size. I was like, oh, like $1.40 for a crankbait. That's what I got. Little baby crankbait. So maybe I can catch a crappie or something on that. That's almost the size of a jig. And then one last set of baits I bought here. Well, that are disappointing, I guess. The others I bought are actually okay. This is more like the size of a jig, but it's a bunch of these little swim baits. They're mostly oversized crappie jig is really what they are. So I definitely know I can catch some crappie on these. I just got a whole assorted bag of them. Just trying those out. I'm going to do a challenge videos with these. Some of them are going to be titled kind of like, I don't know, tiniest wish app frog that you can catch a bass with. I don't know. We're going to come up with some stuff. It's going to be pretty good. I'm actually pretty excited to push myself outside of my comfort zone here. Now, some baits I picked out on the Wish app because they were the cheapest versions that I could find of normal baits. So I bought this. Wow. I bought this spinner bait here because it was extremely cheap. And this was one of the weirdest colors I had. It's a red and white. Should do pretty good this spring, but it's actually a really decent looking bait. And I think I got it for like 50 cents plus shipping. I also bought a jointed swim bait. This guy's actually looking pretty tasty too. Let's see, jointed swim bait here. Kind of got a crappie pattern on here. So pretty excited about trying this and a challenge as well. Really, really cheap baits. And most of these are going to be like the cheapest Wish app fishing baits you can find. Then lastly, our traditional type whopper plopper looking bait. So got a whopper plopper here. Just to put this in comparison, the size of the Guggen Squad's revolver. Let's see. That didn't work out so good. Let's try that again. It's about, I don't know, 3/4, 2/3 the size. So quite a bit of difference in size, but hey, this guy still should catch me a fish or two. And also I bought some stuff for the cheapest rod. So we're gonna make some good challenge videos. Not too excited about the rod one. I can tell you that already. Yeah, this rod is extremely cheap. It's gonna be a challenge. Okay, let's take a drink on the good old Dr. Pepper. You guys like Dr. Pepper? No Dr. Pepper? Come on, somebody's got to like Dr. Pepper. The 23 flavors. All right, we got 4 people attending. Thank you guys so much for attending today. Let's see. That was all my baits that I brought in here. I just wanted to talk to you guys some about some of the ideas and things that I had going on for the future of the channel. Yes, I still want to continue how-tos. I want to continue to introduce new fishing technology to you guys. I want to do how-tos. I want to do more in-depth how-tos, especially on how some of the stuff that I do. We're still going to continue that, but I also want to do some entertaining content, mainly because I just find it fun. And I do spend quite a bit of my time on the water fishing, so might as well have some fun with it. Sun drop. Dude, it's been a long time since I had a sun drop. Boy, that's been, I probably lived in Alabama last time I had sun drop. I lived in northeast Alabama. But it's been quite a bit of time. Sun drop's really good. I'm gonna go get one. I don't know where I can find one. I don't know if the Texas Panhandle has like a petition against sun drop, but I've not actually seen one. So, but the water conditions should be improving. The weather here has been in the 50s and 60s for I'll say last week and a half. That we had some 40s and 50s earlier about 2 weeks ago. So the water temps should be coming up some. I'm pretty excited about that. I need to get back out on the water. They don't go much past Georgia. Well, that stinks. No wonder I haven't seen a sun drop over here. I do remember liking them, and they were really good. I guess if something's not in front of your face, you never actually buy it, I guess. But anyways, back to the weather here. Hopefully, I can get out on the water sometime this weekend. The wind has been absolutely atrocious here lately. Let me look at my wind app here. I'm not too concerned about the cold anymore. I don't know. Saturday, maybe Sunday. We're looking here in the panhandle of Texas here, and my wind on Saturday is, if I go in the morning, it'd be okay. It'd be kind of chilly, but if I went in the morning, I could probably do a little bit of fishing Saturday morning right now. But my plans are maybe Saturday, Sunday afternoon. Let's look at that. Sunday afternoon is pretty warm. I don't know. It's kind of a battle of two evils there. I don't really like to go out on a lake when the wind's above 20 plus. As most of you probably know, I have a bass tracker, the 175 Pro Team there. It doesn't like the wind too much, and it doesn't like waves probably larger than about a half foot. So it's pretty tough to get out on the lake, especially in those conditions. For me, I do have plans at some point this year, maybe next year, to purchase a fiberglass boat. I've been looking at the nitro boats. The nitro Z20s is really kind of where I'm targeting. And I would love to get one that has the Pro package, which the Pro package comes with the Humminbird electronics, I think it's a Helix 10 on the Z20. You get the Helix 10 at the console and the Helix 9 at the bow. You get an Ultrex trolling motor. You get two Minn-coated talons, the 10-foot ones. A bunch of other small features like a hot foot. Obviously, you get the tandem axle trailer. I think that comes standard with the Z20s. But a whole bunch of little other features. All that stuff is networked together. All the Humminbird electronics are networked together. So that's another bonus there. So I am looking to get a boat in the future. I just don't know exactly when, but we're working on that. We're saving up some money. Just recently, thanks to you guys, got monetized on YouTube, making a few bucks here and there. So it's pretty awesome to actually see some fruits from my labors to help you guys. Don't worry, that's not the only reason why I'm doing this, but I do enjoy getting a little bit of pay from helping you guys. And I do enjoy teaching. So that's also going to continue regardless of where the channel goes. So before I continue here for a little while longer, I want to ask the question, what kind of videos do you guys like to see? What type of content do you want to see even in the live streams? I've kind of thrown this together. I don't know exactly where all this is going to go as far as the live streams and doing this kind of thing. But I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think and what you guys may want to see. I see two of you online. I don't know if that includes me as well. But it'd be nice for you guys to let me know. Just kind of curious. I'm going to turn my heater down here. I'm over here like baking, and I'm like, well, why am I so freaking hot? The heater's on. I'm trying to cook myself over here. So. I'll look at some settings here. I don't get to do live streams very often, so we're going to look at a setting or two. We got some participant list. Oh, that's definitely just me. Oh, got some timestamps in there. I actually like the timestamps. Okay, guys. So not getting much feedback here. I don't know if anybody's actually watching right now. I think we're getting toward the end of my time period that I had allotted for this, anyways. About 30 minutes is all I kind of wanted to keep this first one down to. But if you attended or watched later on, thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell. But just like always, until next time, get out there and go catch you some fish.